What's up guys, my name is Nikki and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're trying to make a really cool house out of only 1.19 blocks and items. Well, not really items because you can't place them. Yeah, so these are all the blocks that we're allowed to be using. Oh wait a minute, I've got some duty to do. Now these are all the blocks that we're allowed to be using in this challenge, and we've basically got to build something cool. Something that like looks good with only these blocks in. Oh, and I've broken another one. I need to stop. Okay, we need to build something cool in this square. Now let's get straight into it. So I started by removing all the grass and then replacing it with mud, because mud is an actual block that I'm allowed to be using and grass isn't. And then I saw this weird zombie. What is this zombie doing? Anyway, so I went back to doing that. Now to make it a bit more interesting, I decided to make like a little hill to build on top of, because like it looked ugly otherwise. So I made this and then like kind of filled it in. And then I realised that I didn't like it, and then I pulled it a bit forward to give me more room to make the build on top. So I basically copied exactly what's happening behind it and then just put it in front of it. And yeah. And after that I decided I still didn't like it, so I added this little weird part on the side that only came up to like 2 blocks up. Anyway, now that we'd like done the landscaping, I decided to take some of the nice blocks and then make a little path. So that led up the little hill up to where our house will be, which I'm not building for a while. Added some walls and then made, since I wanted like a light on it, I didn't really have anything to use, so I made these weird lamps. Anyway, I made a little fence here for any bats. And so I added the frogs, but that was a bad idea because they immediately started jumping out. To avoid making the house even more, I decided to make a little tree. This tree, obviously made of mangrove wood, was very hard to build because mangroves are hard to build. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know if it's good. If you like it, drop a like down below. Yeah. So then I added this little pool, and I wanted to decorate it, but I couldn't really decorate it because we didn't have any blocks, so I just made the entire thing mud and with some packed mud, and yeah, that pretty much worked. And because I know nothing about Minecraft, I added frog spawn, and yeah, we'll see about that in a little bit. Anyway, I added a little farm here because you need like wheat to make packed mud, and I thought it made sense, but yeah. And then I got to work on the actual house. Finally, after all of that, I found a ton of mobs, and like any normal person, I put the thing on fire. And then I went back to building our house with these like obvious wooden beams that I make in every single house I've ever built, basically. Yeah, and so these mangrove walls, and I made them with some windows and stuff, and then I realised that the frog spawn was exploding and everything was dying. Anyway, I didn't like it, so I added mud bricks. And then I still didn't like it, so I added packed mud on the sides. And then we went to the roof, which was so hard. I went through so many roof designs to make this. So yeah, well, it looks alright at the moment, but I couldn't think of any like thing to use for the roofs. So yeah, here's me thinking and looking at pictures on Google, like this one. So I decided on muddy mangrove roots, so I lined the outside with them and then built the slabs up a layer, then made it a bit messy, and it was really hard. So I went through this with some more muddy mangrove roots, and it looked alright, but it was missing something. So for literally like 5 minutes, I would just look at how many times I'm making new designs, and going like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This tries, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, after a while, I just decided on this. This was the best I would be able to get. And then I realised something horrible, that some of the mangrove roots were orientated differently, so I tried to fix them, but that didn't work, so I just gave up, like any normal person. Then I added these, like, the wood inside the roof to make it look better, like differences, I don't know. And it looked quite good, actually. Now I added some more stuff, just to make it look a bit different, I don't know, differentiate. Then it was to the interior. Now obviously they don't add many stuff to help with interiors, so I tried to make it look a bit better, but after a while I just gave up and covered the entire thing up. Next was going to be really hard because I had to add an interior out of just some random stuff. So I opened up the floor, punched the spider into the lava, and then made mud bricks on the floor. I grabbed some sculk stuff, and then it was for the furniture, which was really hard. You'll see me struggling here. Isn't it nice? So we have this really weird bed with some random sculk stuff, and all the furniture was random sculk stuff, to be honest. I added these plants and lamps and blah blah blah. Added a trapdoor to hell, and yeah. Added some chests and crafting tables, and before you get mad at me, they were made out of mangrove wood, alright? Alright, that counts. So added some bushes outside, and we were done now. So, we have completed the challenge. This is our house that we have made in 45 minutes and just with 0.19 blocks. So this was a very hard challenge, and if you're looking for ideas for a survival base, I do not recommend doing this challenge because a lot of them cereals are really hard to get, and also like you can make much better stuff, right, with just like with these blocks. But say now I wanted to do a hay roof, but of course they didn't add hay this update, that was way before. And yeah, and then technically I can't really say that this wheat is here because wheat wasn't added, I guess, but like I wanted something to add. And yeah, so this is our house that we made with just 1.19 blocks. Let's have this tour. So we walk in through this path. We have a nice tree, a pond where all my tadpoles died and all the frogs have escaped over there. Yeah, so up here we have the door to our house. Inside we have very odd furniture. Yeah, so in here we've got this very odd, very odd carpet to grease them. And we've got these plant pots. And okay, before you come at me for using a crafting table on a chest, they were made out of mangrove wood, alright? Alright? Mangrove wood they were made out of, so it counts. We have these very weird furniture items, and of course our very weird bed. So there you go, this is our 1.19 blocks only challenge. Ooh, and I forgot to show you my new pets, Jimmy, John and Dom. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoy my content, subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye. Yeah, bye.